Everybody darting and diving to pit lane.
4 tires. Nice. Drop it. That's 4. God, we got lucky on that one. 2, 1, right here. Whoa.
Come on! Ah! Woo! Get you some of that, baby! Come on!
After winning 2 V8 Supercar championships, he made the bold move to leave Australian shores at the end of 2005. And since then, Marcus Ambrose has earned his place in NASCAR's big league. Ahead of this weekend's race in Fontana, we thought it would be a great time to talk to him. He's on the line. Marcus, welcome back to RPM.
Thanks, Rusty. It's great to be back on the show, mate. It's been a while since I've been back in Australia, but I know that you guys do an awesome job down there at One Sport.
Are you happy with your season so far?
It's really been a great start for us. We had a crash at Daytona. It was really out of control, but we've got a great core group of people. We've got really good equipment. We're top 20 in the points, really just strike to get back in the top 10 with a couple of good races. I think it's been a great start for me. You know, it's hard to join your team like we have done, a brand new crew chief, brand new team, and you know, I really feel comfortable, and results are starting to flow.
A 4th place finish in Las Vegas, race 3 of the season, must have been pretty encouraging.
It was, particularly because it's a 1.5 speedway, and if I hadn't his heel during 2010, it was really that style racetrack. So for that to be my strongest event so far, it's very encouraging. We've had a couple of tough weeks in the tracks. Phoenix and Bristol haven't quite got the car dialed in yet, but even though we've had troubles with the car, we've managed to top 15 results and put ourselves in great position. So I feel really optimistic that as our team goes and we learn each other, we start working out what I need from the race car to go fast, we're going to have some great results.
Mate, what's it like driving for the King, Richard Petty?
Yeah, it comes with it comes with a lot of pressure, no doubt. Richard Petty is a living legend in the sport of NASCAR, and it's a privilege to drive for him. It really feels like I've cemented myself in the Cup Series by having somebody of his stature support me like he does. At the same time, you know, you got to perform, and you get a lot of fans, a lot of hardcore NASCAR fans, you know, wanting results for the King. So it's tough. But it's very rewarding too, because it really, you know, it's a pleasure and a thrill and a privilege to drive for him.
It's for the Wood brothers when you first started in NASCAR. How did that feel when their man Trevor Bayne won the 500?
Yeah, I'm good friends with Trevor, and I actually was talking to him and texting him before the race even started, trying to find a good partner to team up with late in the race. I knew Trevor had a great car, and that he was going to be in contention if he still had fenders on the car with laps to go. So congratulations to Trevor and the Wood brothers. Just a great racing family, have a huge tradition in NASCAR. It was just a good news story for everybody concerned. You know, but Trevor, you know, he didn't get home for a month after that race. I mean, he was sent to New York and California doing all the TV shows, and if you win the 500, you got to do a lot of work on the back. I think he realised that, you know, just because you're the Daytona 500 champion doesn't mean that the race next week isn't going to go your way. And he's had a tough few weeks since then, but just proud of the Wood brothers for bouncing back like they did. And Trevor, a brand new driver in the sport, he really deserves it, and to him.
Feels like you've established yourself as an all-rounder and maybe shed that tag of road course specialist. Is that fair?
It's a bit early. You know, once I win a race on a 1.5 mile or any oval, really, then I'll feel like I've really, you know, come full circle and finally delivered to the promise that I wanted to. And you know, it's hard to break the mantra of road course specialists, especially when I run so well on them. But if you're going to survive in NASCAR, you've got to be good at every single track. And I feel like with my team this year, we can strike any week. And I think that as soon as you start feeling that way, then you really, people know it too, and they appreciate that you can get it done any week as well. And that's what it's about. NASCAR's tough, and there's nowhere to hide out there. And if you come on intermediates or short tracks, you're not going to last very long.
It's early days and a massive season from all of us. Thanks, Marcus. Best of luck.
Thanks, mate. Look forward to giving feedback during the year.